guys, I dropped the ball this morning. I dropped the ball. I didn't get an editorial for this morning. Um, there wasn't a whole lot of things concerning law enforcement officers, although there was one that I skimmed across where an off-duty police officer, I believe it was Chicago, I could be wrong, but he was named Muhammad, and he was shooting out of his window at somebody in his vehicle, off-duty cop. Then there was the other one, the cop that arrested the 12-year-old in the store. The police chief is justifying that arrest, saying that the boy was asked to leave the store twice. And I didn't read the whole story there, but I just saw it. It's caused an uproar. It was a little 12-year-old rapper trying to hand out his CDs. He was on the Ellen show, but he was arrested in the store, and I guess that has caused a huge uproar in that community. And the police chief said, well, it's justified. But I don't know the circumstances on that. I didn't read it, so I don't know if the little boy was fighting him or what. But 12-year-old, I don't know. But I thought, I don't have an editorial because I dropped the ball, but I'll talk to you a little bit about a little potpourri this morning, a little skim across different stuff. And I'm going to try to talk rapidly so that you don't have to sit here and listen to me rattle on and on and on. And by the way, I don't unsubscribe yet because due to family obligations, a wife, stepchildren, working 40 hours a week, I just don't have time always to get out there like all these other auditors and cop watchers are out there every day. And that's not a criticism. They're working hard for this community, for this movement. But I did want you to know that I am still taking the weekends as much as I can to cop watch. So I still will do that on the weekends, particularly Friday night and Saturday nights. I will go out there and cop watch. I will do it. I'm not going to stop doing that. Throughout the week, I might take an hour or two, go out and just see if there's any cops out there doing anything. But man, Kaipa's is awful quiet at night. I don't know. They don't even patrol the streets that much at night anymore. And got people running red lights. There's a car accident here every friggin' week. But I'm going to continue to do that. So don't leave yet, or you're going to miss some cop watching stuff like the one last week. If you didn't see that, go check it out. It's a DUI arrest. There's a couple of movies that I'm going to recommend to you. The first one is Crime Plus Punishment. Crime Plus Punishment you can see on Hulu. It's referenced to NYPD, and if you watch that, you're going to be blown away. Hearing what some of these officers say on recorded phone calls or wire, the cop wears a hidden camera or whatever, you're going to be blown away. You're going to go, what the the NYPD, they basically say if these cops aren't meeting a quota of arrests or citations, then they get put on a program. They're not working hard enough. They're not issuing enough citations. They're not arresting enough people. I don't know. So it's not when we find somebody breaking the law, we will arrest them. It's go out there and find somebody and arrest them or cite them. That's basically what they were doing for many years. I don't know if they're still doing that. Any of you New Yorkers could tell me that. News Now, New York. But the NYPD, you will be blown away by that documentary. I insist you watch it. There's some underlying racism alleged in that department as well. Go watch that. It's a great documentary on Hulu. Also on Netflix, a movie that my wife recommended to me. It's called 22 July. It's about the Oslo, Norway shooting of 2011 when the guy was a lone terrorist, and then he's claimed he was part of a group, and he had some brothers that were going to go if they didn't release him and whatnot. But he was a lone guy. A lone wolf. And but it was in Norway in 2011. He shot. Well, first he drove a van to the government building where the prime minister was, blew up the van, 8 people died, and then he went and shot 69 other people on this island at a summer camp. 77 total fatalities. A couple of people few people were actually critically injured. And the movie itself, 22 July, which is in theaters, but right now it's on Netflix. If you got Netflix, go watch that. It's pretty friggin' good. It's kind of a long movie, but it's really good. The movie itself centers around the terrorist guy, the shooter, and one of the victims who lost an eye, lost some fingers, and how their lives are transformed, and then they meet at the end in the court when the victim gets to address his shooter. So go watch that. It's amazing. And there's something in there that Poetic had mentioned before, and I thought it was like the Masons or something. But then I watched this movie 22 July on Netflix, and I was like, Poetic said that. They talk about a movement called Knights Templar. Knights Templar. I'm going to put Poetic's channel link in the description box below. Go check out Poetic too. He does great videos. He talks about stuff that's important in this movement. You guys really, really need to be subscribed to him if you're not. But he had mentioned Knights Templar, and it was in that movie, 22 July. They talk about that. And I guess one of the members of that, was somebody that this shooter admired, but the guy really didn't admire him back, and then he gets mad and calls him a coward. And so it's just a couple of amazing films on Hulu and Netflix. Go check those out. The final thing that I'm going to talk about, if you're still tuned in, hopefully you are, is bootlicker. What is a bootlicker? What is a bootlicker? So I've had a couple people comment on different videos that I've done and call me a bootlicker. The one I did this last week in the video I did, because I was nice to the cops, somebody said, you're a bootlicker. Well, let me nail down, and I might be wrong. Anybody out there that really knows the true meaning of bootlicker, let me know. But here's what bootlicker is to me, because I've been called that by a few people because I'm nice to the police. And I don't know how many of you might think the same way. Like, you know what? Sometimes you're a bootlicker. So what I'm going to do now is kind of, let you know what it is to me. A bootlicker is somebody when the cops are being jerks, or the cops are violating somebody's rights, or not being 100% professional. Maybe they're not being public servants, but they're being authoritarians in public. My badge. To me, a bootlicker is somebody that comes up and says, you know what, the cops work hard. Give them a break. Give them a break. I'm not going to give them a break. They're being rude and unprofessional, and they're being dicks. But to me, a bootlicker is somebody that in that situation would come up and go, come on, give the cops a break. They're doing okay. When they're not doing okay. When the cops break the law and they go, well, they have a hard job, man. It's a tough job. Come on, give them a break. To me, that's a bootlicker. Not somebody that if a police officer's, how you doing this morning? You guys doing okay? All right. And you go, yes, we're doing fine. You have a good day, officer. Stay safe out there. That's not a bootlicker. That's called maturity. That's called being mature, being an adult. Because when somebody comes up to you and says, how you doing, buddy? Hey, have a good day. Hey, you too, officer. You have a great day. That's called being an adult. That's not bootlicking. That's just being an adult. Somebody says, hey, have a good day. You go, you too. You have a good day too. But if somebody comes up and says, why are you filming me, man? Why don't you go to work? You don't have anything else to do? You're like, hey, officer, I'm just filming you, man. You have a good day. That could be a bootlicker. Because my response would be, I'm filming you because I want to keep you accountable. Because police violate people's rights. You know what I'm saying? You give what you get. Somebody's rude to you, be rude back, man. Why not? The golden rule, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. And if they're being rude to you, apparently they don't love you as much, so don't love them back. But if they're nice to you, why not be nice back? And I've tried not to be nice to, even to officers who are nice to me. I have to do it. It's just a natural response. I don't know if it's because of the way I was raised or what, but I just want to nail that down, that bootlicker thing that, people have said, you're a bootlicker just because I'm being nice to somebody that's being nice to me. I don't get it. But if they're rude to me, yeah, I'll mouth them back. I mean, like that one last week, if you go watch the video, it wasn't that the officer was rude, but he said, you doing okay? You just watching, huh? I said, well, I'm filming. I'm keeping everybody accountable. And he says, we are accountable. We got body cameras. And I said to him, yeah, but my camera doesn't malfunction. And I don't shut my camera off. That's what I had said to him as he was walking away. So, yeah, I'm not, you mouth off to me, I'm going to mouth off to you. And I figure he was being a smart aleck when he said, we are accountable. We got body cameras. Well, nationally, it's been proven that body cameras, have had corrupted data by people who tried to FOIA the video. Well, the data was corrupted. We're sorry for that. We apologize for any inconvenience. Well, data was corrupted because you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. Or the body cameras have been shut off or not turned on by the officer because they forget to turn it on. Or the cameras malfunction, mechanical error. But my camera, I'm the community's body camera. My camera doesn't malfunction. I always remember to turn it on when I'm filming the police. And I never have corrupted data because I Wi-Fi it to my iPhone and publish it to YouTube, either the next morning or within that evening. So I guess I digress. But what I was talking about is, as far as bootlicking, when an officer is nice to you, why not be nice back? Why not say, hey, I'm doing great. How about you? All right, you have a good day. That's not bootlicking. That's being an adult. But when they're rude to you and you go, he's just got a tough job. You tell him, you know what? You're going to be rude to me? Let's be rude. Let's go. Let's face off. Let's have a rap battle. Hopefully that I got some good stuff out there for us to chew on a little bit. Comment in the comment section and have a little bit of a conversation. News Now Ukaipa. I will come back with more stuff. I'm going to be making my videos, guys. I'm not going away. I love this stuff. How about you?